Sometimes what happens is, even with the content, aspirants needs that somebody should explain the whole topic to them or tell them which parts to emphasize more on. So classes in that case come in very handy. So you need to keep checking yourself that, am I grasping it, am I following it, and to get an idea about what kind of questions could be asked. So for those quizzes from the recent current affairs, you will be able to get that perfect idea. So you have something very well prepared in the most concise form, in the form of notes, which are now ready to be absorbed, ready to be learned by you. The content is so much, the syllabus is so extensive, by the time you think you have finished everything, the exam is already there. So that approach will not work. You have to look for content which makes your job easier, and that you must incorporate in your preparation. The sooner you realize it, I think the better it will be for the overall outcome.
Hello and welcome to this special session by Vision IAS. Prelims is just 5 to 6 months away, and preparing your current affairs thoroughly is very essential to score good in prelims examination. So today we will discuss about preparation for current affairs for prelims with our esteemed faculty of Vision IAS, Jasmine ma'am. Welcome ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, as I said in the beginning, that current affair is important for prelims. So before we start this discussion, can you enlighten us what is this importance of current affairs for prelims examination?
Yes, Kapil, this is the most valid question, right? Before we tell anybody that, you're supposed to prepare current affairs, or this is how you should prepare or use this, the idea is, why do I need to prepare it? And how does it help me? So from prelims perspective, if we look at the papers in the last few years, every year you'll find more than 20%, like 2024 prelims paper, if you look at. So 25 to 30% of the questions are current affairs based. They might be directly picked from there, they might be picking a concept from there, or they might be expecting you to apply it to a question. But think about, this is 1/4 of your paper. Sometimes it goes beyond that also. There have been papers where 40 questions also, we find them to be linked to the current affairs. And the prelim syllabus also mentions it, right? UPSC has explicitly asked you that current events of national and international importance, you need to know about them. And they are making it evident in your paper. So there's no way you are getting through this part of the exam without preparation of current affairs.
Ma'am, as I mentioned, like current affairs is a very crucial part of prelims examination. So what are the various challenges students generally face while preparing for current affairs?
I think challenges, first of all, would be the sheer amount of content which is there. There is an overload when it comes to current affairs, and students find it very overwhelming. Like, it seems like an endless thing. Then there is also the problem of understanding what is important, and aspirants, especially in the early phase, or maybe when it's their, their first attempt, they find it very difficult to understand that what is more important, where do I put in more time, because time in that sense is limited. How do you allocate your time to a particular topic? And there is going to be different parts of current affairs. Yeah, like you'll have something related to political news, something related to economic news, environmental news, and aspirants might be reading their newspapers regularly. But again, how they are differentiating, how they are, creating those parts, that okay, which part is related to which paper, which subject, how do I go about that? And UPSC exam, especially as we're talking about the prelims, it's not really a very defined segmentation. They'll ask you deep questions in a subject, they'll ask you questions which are interconnected. So this whole thing becomes a little confusing also when they are preparing it. So how they go about it, that's, I think, the biggest question on aspirants' mind.
Ma'am, as you rightly pointed out, like preparing for current affair is also become tough because the nature has become very complex. So how does Vision IAS aid student in preparing for current affairs for prelims?
So, Kapil, here I would like to specifically mention our program PT 365. This is going to be launched very soon. So, this is a very comprehensive approach towards preparation of current affairs. Like, the more closer people go towards the exam, the more confused they become. because all the content is there. Maybe they've read the newspaper for 1 year, 1.5 years, and now they don't know how to, revise it, how to summarize it, how to integrate it. So this program, this comes in the form of segments. All the subjects are dealt with individually, and the news which are relevant from the point of view of the prelims exam, they are going to be selected. The orientation of how things will be summarized will be keeping in mind that what kind of questions have been asked in the UPSC exam. So this kind of gives a very, very streamlined direction to the aspirant, that he knows, okay, these are the topics which I will prepare in polity, and these are the aspects which I need to know. This is the factual content, this is the conceptual angle, because they'll give you that elaborate background also. So they can very well, prepare that comprehensively, and all the questions which they have regarding current affairs preparation, that will come through in this initiative.
So, idea behind PT 365 is to cater to all needs of student related to current affairs for prelims.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, can you point out some additional or key features of this program for current affairs preparation?
So this is a program to cover current affairs for that 1 year before prelims. So that whole year's current affairs will be comprehensively covered. They are divided into different segments, different sections, like you have polity, environment, culture, like that. And you will have dedicated classes for this. There will be classes to explain and cover and also aid you in your preparation. Sometimes what happens is, even with the content, aspirants needs that, somebody should explain the whole topic to them or tell them which part to emphasize more on. So classes in that case come in very handy. Other than that, they will continuously have access to the faculty, to the option of getting their doubts cleared through online medium also. And there will also be continuous mentoring support, because again, sometimes, like we've spoken about how the challenges of current affairs are around this being very overwhelming, this being a lot of content and can be confusing. So a mentor in that sense can come in handy to just assist you in a way that, are you going on the right track, is there anything which you're missing, or is there any particular way in doing something. So that will be very useful. And then you also have quizzes in this. I think we always talk about this, that how without testing, whatever you study has no use, because you are studying so much information, and current affairs will be very factual also for that matter. So you need to keep checking yourself that, am I grasping it? Am I following it? And to get an idea about what kind of questions could be asked. So for those quizzes from the recent current affairs, you will be able to get that perfect idea.
Ma'am, some students says that we read newspaper, and it's a good thing that they read newspaper. So how is this PT 365 for Vision IAS different from somebody reading newspaper? So what value addition that person will get?
Yes, newspaper reading is something which we encourage all aspirants to do, and they are supposed to be doing this every day. But newspaper would not really meet them with their requirement in terms of the content. In the sense that newspaper helps you understand the issue, it helps you stay connected to things. But when you actually come to sitting down to learn, that is when you need a more comprehensive document. You cannot sit with 365 newspapers and prepare from them or think about revising. So you have something very well prepared in the most concised form, in the form of notes, which are now ready to be absorbed, ready to be learned by you. Another thing is that, when aspirants would be reading newspaper, they'll be reading one newspaper. But sometimes that one newspaper might not be covering all the relevant topics or all the relevant aspects. So PT 365 is a more deeper aspect, where it is not just exploring one newspaper, but multiple newspapers are being explored to prepare content. And then there are different magazines and government websites, and all of that comes together, and that's like the best form from everywhere which aspirant will get for his prelims preparation.
Ma'am, lot of students also rigorously follow or current affair magazines or monthly magazines that come for every month,
Yeah.
right? So how is this PT 365 different from those monthly magazines?
So, Monthly Magazine is a very comprehensive source of current affairs, and it is been written to cover all aspects of the exam. You could say, think of PT 365 as like a revision document of that. PT 365 will obviously have the same news, the same topics, because those are the events which have happened in the year. So, nothing new would have happened in terms of that. But the orientation is what makes a difference here. For PT 365, those topics which are more relevant from the point of view of the prelims, they are picked up. And in that also, the way the content is presented, it is presented from the idea that what kind of things, what kind of stuff you need to know from the point of view of prelims. And year after year, we have seen questions being asked from that PT 365 also. So, for an aspirant who has diligently prepared the monthly current affairs or has been going through magazines, this will be like their final stage, where in the last days they want a more concise source, they want a more summarized source, so their revision can really become quicker, their revision can become really faster. So, they will find this a very good adjunct, a very good addition to the already prepared current affairs.
Ma'am, one more challenge the student face is balancing out current affairs with the static part.
Yeah.
So, can you help a student to understand how they should balance this, or what is the key balance that they should maintain?
First of all, the aspirant should know that there is a need for a balance, right? You cannot just go into static. A lot of aspirants we meet, they talk about how, I want to finish my static portion first. I'll study my polity first, then I'll come to current affairs. And by the time, because, the content is so much, the syllabus is so extensive, by the time you think you have finished everything, the exam is already there. So that approach will not work. We keep talking to a lot of toppers who talk about how they have integrated this in their preparation. They mention PT 365 as a very, very pertinent source for this. It really helps the whole thing. So, what ideally, if I have to logistically suggest, would be that you prepare PT 365 or your current affairs subject wise, and you link it to whatever subject you are studying. Like if you started your prelims preparation, suppose you start with polity. You prepare polity, and with that, you also prepare the current affairs of polity. Your day should be divided like that. Like the days you study polity, current affairs also on that day. If you then move on to economics, then you also study economic current affairs. You will find a lot of overlap. Ultimately, topics are from the static part only, right? Like if there is a news on governor, you will study in your polity static portion also. So you read the static developments, and then you read what is new, what has happened, what other developments. That will really help you connect better with your static part also, because static part, if you have to like say the enumeration of that, the substantiation of that, that is what is current affairs, right? That okay, this is the role of the governor, and then this is how the governor acts. That's the thing. So it will really make the preparation aspect easier. It will also make the current affairs seem more relevant, that okay, this is why I'm studying it. But it has to be done simultaneously. That's the best way where this strategy will work.
Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, as we come to the end of our discussion, any final word of wisdom for our aspirants?
I can only suggest, I'm not sure how wise or what point of wisdom will that be. So, my suggestion is that all aspirants must be aware of the demand of the exam. That's the very first step. You should be familiar with the kind of questions, and that automatically will tell you which part needs your attention. Don't neglect current affairs. That's one part which is very prominently going to be there. And in the matter of preparation, time is a very important element. So you have to look for smart sources, you have to look for content which makes your job easier, and that you must incorporate in your preparation. The sooner you realize it, I think the better it will be for the overall outcome.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for guiding our aspirants. So, aspirants, I hope that ma'am's insight will help you in a better way to prepare for current affairs. I will just say it is the right time to buckle up for prelims. So, start your revisions, start your current affairs, And if you need any further information related to PT365, do visit our website. Thank you.